Hey everyone, Tanner Bell here, and welcome back to the Makers Gonna Learn YouTube channel. In today's video, we're talking all about Cricut project processing mistakes that you probably are making and what we can do to quickly resolve these really easily. If you're brand new here, I'm Tanner Bell, founder of Makers Gonna Learn, a digital die cutting community teaching you everything you need to know about mastering your die cutting machine and selling your Cricut creations. We are all about empowering you guys to take action and to be able to see results by creating a home-based business. We love it. We have so many friends that are plugged into our Design, Make, Sell program. So shout out to all our students. And if you're brand new and you're like, Tanner, this sounds amazing, I have an absolutely completely free training that I don't want you to miss out on. It's linked down below. It's the 5 secrets to start selling today, even if you haven't sold before. And yes, it's tailored to everyone that loves die cutting. So if you guys are excited to learn some of these processing mistakes and maybe figure out if you're doing any of them, stay tuned and we're going to dive into all 5. Starting out with number 1, I know there's a few of you out there, but it would be trying to be the lowest price. Have you ever been out there trying to sell your projects and you are scoping out every other seller, seeing what they're charging, and you're like, I want to be the lowest because that's what's going to get me the customer? Believe it or not, friend, that's not the right motto to live by and philosophy to live out when you're processing your Cricut projects. There's a lot of things that are incorrect in that due to the fact that number 1, you're not accounting for your material, your time properly, and chances are you're just devaluing yourself in this process. We do not want that whatsoever. And number 2, being the cheapest and being the lowest price, you're going to get a certain type of customer that is coming to you. You will have the cheapskate customers coming to you time and time again as they're also looking out and finding the cheapest. Now, when you have that, it's okay if you can do something more effective and you can stay profitable and be the lowest. I love that. I'm not downplaying that one bit. But what you want to look out for is why you're trying to be the lowest or how you're able to be the lowest. Chances are you're not running through your numbers properly and you may not even be profiting little to none in the process. So be mindful of that and know that you have to value yourself. And when you have the cheapskate customer looking for just the best deal, you'll find that they're really not valuing you, valuing the relationship that you should have with the customer, and they're just trying to nickel and dime you for discounts time and time again. And quite frankly, that is not the place that we want to have our business at, because we want people that know our value and are willing to pay it without complaint. Number 2 is one that I see happen time and time again for beginner sellers. And that, my friend, is the one saying, I don't know, what do you want to pay? That is not the correct approach. And my friend, I know in the beginning, it seems easier to not set a price, to not be overwhelmed by it and just say, I'll ask them what they want to pay. Well, my friend, of course, they may give you a tip if they're your family and, give you what you deserve if you're in a close net and they want to support you. But my friend, the average consumer is not going to want to do that. It becomes very awkward for the consumer to then have to value it. They don't know how much time, they don't know how much it costs to produce, they don't know what went into it. What you want to do is have a very clean and clear pricing model so that they easily can say yes to it. When you're putting it in their hands, number 1, it just looks unprofessional. Number 2, you could get an undervalued product. And number 3, it could scare customers away from even wanting to work with you and definitely, push you off as being unprofessional. So be very mindful when you are choosing to say, hey, what do you think this is worth? Have an idea and be upfront with them on what the price is. And I don't know about you guys, I like to be clean and clear with transactions, especially doing a business transaction. I like them to know exactly what the cost is and, you know, even pay a percentage down, like 50% deposit, and then the other 50% upon completion. You want to be very mindful when going through this, and you want to have documentation in case they ever say you said something you didn't. So you have the clear documentation, you have the pricing they can follow, and it's really simple and clean. Number 3 is very important, especially when you're trying to determine your price. I see this time and again that you are not counting the time it takes to make the project. Of course, my friend, you have to take into consideration how long it is taking you to make the project, and not just an estimated, this will be a half hour. You really want to try to do some benchmarking and say, how long does it take me to make this or that? You want to have a clear understanding of it, and yes, you do want to value your time in that process. Of course, in addition to your material and things like that, whether you are using a lot of transfer tape, whether you're using a lot of vinyl, if there is certain frames you have to build, of course you want to try to, you know, average those out and incorporate not only valuing your time, but also the material as well, and that will create your total. Number 4, not counting design time. My friends, if you are one of my Design Make Sell students, you better already know this. I truly believe if you are doing custom projects, if you are doing custom work, you must be getting paid for it. That is extra time on your behalf, and they're getting something super one of a kind. So of course there's a surge charge for it. You are getting a little extra fee because you are giving them something completely custom. So that, my friends, is something I see a lot of people, especially just starting out, that they just would rather have an order than to value the extra half hour it takes, because people don't think, especially when starting out, that, okay, I'm going to make this custom doormat, I'm going to use their last name, I'm going to design it in Cricut Design Space, I'm going to take a picture of it, send it to them, they're going to love it, and or maybe they have an edit or a change. You know, you want to clearly define it, you want to have a great pricing, and you want to include design time as part of the hours it takes to create the project. So that does include an upped price for something custom. Do not forget that custom includes a surge fee. Number 5, this is a big one, especially if you are trying to calculate shipping on your own and you're not working in partnership with a program like Etsy that can take the weight of your project, the size of the box it would go in, and things like that to determine the shipping per customer. Because as you guys may or may not already know, shipping is determined on how far away you're going, state by state. It is based on the weight, it's based on the size of the box and where it is headed. So you definitely want to be mindful of knowing the exact shipping cost, or let the customer know it's included, or you can say it'll be quoted for them and things like that. One thing I love about Etsy is you set it and forget it. They're going to create your label for you. They're going to get everything taken care of for you. And what you get to focus in on is what you do best. That is something I love about the platform. It does a lot of your marketing for you and things like that. And a lot of times, chances are, different people start stores and they don't properly create the store to get the results they want. So you really have to be mindful about that. It takes a lot of work to set it up, to get it ranking when people are searching for certain items and things like that. So you do want to be very mindful, but you also want to include the shipping if that is required in your price, or chances are you may, again, not have a profit at the end of the project. And what's the point of working if you're not actually able to profit from it in the end to better your life, your business, and your family? Am I right? So I hope you guys have enjoyed these pricing mistakes. Have you ever had one of these pricing mistakes? I know I have. I have not accounted to do a custom project before. I've totally forgot there was going to be additional shipping. And guess what? At the end of the day, I have to eat that cost, and that is what they call a sunk cost. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to learn from it for the next one. So it's really important that we're able to take away in every mistake we make in our business. If you are like, Tanner, I'm picking up what you're sitting down, I'm loving this right here, we have more free videos that you can check out on the YouTube channel, but I really want to invite you to my 5 secrets to making money crafting, even if you haven't sold before, live webinar. So get plugged in down below. You can check it out, view it. There's a few different times available, and we will see you at the webinar. I cannot wait to see you guys over there. And if you love the video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more DIY videos, as well as selling videos to help me master my Cricut and sell your projects. If you also enjoyed the video, feel free to check out the membership, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.